Well, friends, let me welcome each one of you to this August gathering. Pragyan AI, we say our tagline is grow with GAN. I hope you understand GAN, knowledge. So, here, what we are going to provide, and the person who's going to present this today, let me introduce Mr. Satish Alpha. We call him Alpha. Number one, he's a co-founder for this Pragya AI. Like you can see here, he's got 18 plus years of industry experience. He has got associated with Intel, Philips, Samsung, SanDisk, and others to count lots of them. He has MTech for us. He's completed his MTech, CSC, and PhD, AI, and NIT background. Well, friends, we have here Mr. Satish to present the program. Over to you, Mr. Satish Alpha.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everyone. Sir, thanks for your introduction. So before wasting time, so I will start with some few questions. I hope you understand what I'm asking for. See, what happens actually when we start buying anything? So we know everything, what is good, what is not good. Like, so whenever we say that like we wanted to buy a vehicle, we always know that like actually like current trending vehicle we should be using. We know that like what is the value addition it provides. So for example, in this case, EV car. So we know that if you want to buy something like a smartphone, we know that like which smartphone is good, what is the usefulness of those value additions or advanced things available in the current smartphone. And we know that like technology is changing every time. It is not the same as the old one. So technology keep evolving, things keep evolving, old will destroyed and new will come, and you have to keep adopting. So if you see the floppy disk, how it was evolving. So nobody uses now old 8-inch floppy disk. Everybody is comfortable with the cloud and SD card or like USB. So same thing, the technologies keep evolving. Earlier there was mainframe, then the cloud, and then now artificial intelligence and everything. But what is happening is actually like we know everything about the products, we know about the technology, we know the what to do. But when it comes to the skill sets, we still our curriculum of our what we like for like still it is the old kind of curriculum, old kind of the tools we look into. But what happens to them actually, like if you see actually like when we studied actually that time, Photon was there, Pascal was there, Basic was there, and COBOL was there, and they were a very prominent language. And there were new programming languages were there like C, C++, and Java. 20 years back, I was saying. But now, if you see actually 10 years or 20 years after that, actually there was no availability of Photon, no availability of Pascal, no Basic, no COBOL. So things get changed. But what happens is actually still people are adjusted to the old thing and people are still looking for okay this is good and something. But things, see, if you see the speed of the innovation in the recent past, it is going much more faster. And if you think about the speed of the innovation is much more go faster, then the things will go die very fast. So if assume that like if Photon or Pascal took 10 years to go down, but the new things will go down in next 4 years only. So that is the speed of innovation is happening. And this is a time you should be thinking about what is a good one, what skill set we should be enrolling for, so that like it lasts for next 10 years or 20 years. That is very, very important. And another one important concept is actually, okay, which skill we should be learning, whether we should be learning something like a old skill or the new skill or this skill, because the objective for us is actually to build our career, earn more, and get paid for that, have a good life, comfortable life, and travel abroad or have house and all those things. So then when our ambition is to have a good life, then we should always think about like which skill set or like who get paid more, why one person gets paid more, so why MBAs are getting more, and who is not replaceable. Like for example, what happens actually when the old things are get replaced by the new things, the people with the old skill set will be replaced with the new skill set. So we should know that like who is not replaceable. So somebody who paid more is actually who is not replaceable. If, for example, if you study 3 months or 4 months kind of course and you can get a job, but what happens actually, you are replaced much more faster. Because if I have to replace you who just learn 3 months and then get into something, I can replace with another guy who training by 3 months, correct? So you are replaceable person. When you are replaceable person, you won't be able to get a high premium salary. So that is first thing they should see. Everybody is saying, okay, I will learn 3 months and 4 months or something and get into some job. But you are a replaceable product. When you are a replaceable kind of a product or the person, you won't be able to get a good job. So why? So you need to start thinking why MBAs are getting more paid, or why consultants will get paid, why CEOs are get paid, why what they will do. So when you think about like, so what they will do, they will take decisions, they will steer companies, they will optimize the businesses, they make company more profitable. What they will do, these are the things they will do. See, company always likes the person who help company to go further. Company is not your enemy, not your friend. Company always thinks, favors the person, either company, institute, anything, any business always favors the person who help them to grow, and it will remove the person who doesn't help contribute anything there. So why these MBAs or consultants always get paid is because they take a decision, they steer the company, and they do all those things. And another thing, what you should be knowing is actually what is IT engineer, why there's IT engineer getting demand. So if you think about IT engineers build a product, that is a software. What is a software actually? Software doesn't have a manufacturing cost. So maybe you may be building it actually. Once you are building the software, replication software doesn't cost. If, for example, if I build a car, so initially design cost is there, all those things, and every time if I have to build another car, there is a manufacturing cost is there, but software it is not there. So why the software is getting more and more adaptation and every space is because it doesn't have the unit cost, bomb cost actually. So that is the reason, and it is much more scalable. Like if, for example, if I build a payment gateway like Paytm or something like that, adding a QR code at one shop and across the shop in India, across the globe, everywhere it is same. So software is same. So since software is scalable, since software doesn't have a cost, so what happens actually, profitability for the company will be more. So instead of using a traditional way, if I digitize that and convert into a software, and it can scale more, and my manufacturing cost is there, my margin is more. So that is the reason what is happening is actually everything is getting converted, everything is getting digitized, and that is the reason the demand for the software engineers are increasing. So we should know that actually who gets paid, why they get paid. That is very very important. See, because you may be passionate about the some certain things, but things is like we should be aware about what exactly happens. So now the question comes actually, next question comes, why should we learn data science? Okay, I understood what is the why some people are get paid more and why IT is good. So what is the data science? So when you see the data science, it has two components. One is the data, another is the science. What is the science means? Science means anything what you can do, anything you say can be experimentally proved. If I say that like sun rises in east and sun sets in the west, or like earth revolves around the sun, so everything what I say, every action has equal and opposite reaction. Everything what I say, I should be having an experiment to prove it. So something similar to that, when I say data science, whatever I say, so for example, if I say that like uh, opening coffee day at Indranagar is far profitable than opening coffee day at the remote area Attibele. So if I say that, I should be having justification using the data, saying that like, okay, why it will be more profitable opening Indranagar compared to the, please mute for somebody's voice is coming. See, why it will be more useful to opening coffee day in Indranagar compared to the Attibele. So that I should be able to prove with the data science. Like, so what is the data science actually? I will be using a data, and I will be analyzing a data, and I will be creating the insights, and those insights will be used by somebody, will be used to take a decisions. Means like, somebody who wants to run the business, he needs some kind of insights to take a decision. I cannot randomly take a decision. So why should I join the Pragyan AI? You cannot randomly take. You should have a justification. Why should the Pragyan AI should join? Why should I learn data science? You should have some justification, correct? So like that only, somebody cannot take a random decisions. They should have some insights. They should have some like, oh, what is I need to know about to open a coffee day at this place or this place. So where is the comfortable? I should have some insights, correct? Then only I can decision. So it's like what why I am trying to say is no, data science is the one which will be used by these decision makers to take a decision. So they will get a insights and then you can take a decision. So what happens actually? So if you take a right decisions, you can steer the companies very well. It's like, for example, if you wanted to scale, so if you wanted to, you have a business, if you wanted to scale, like if you're a coffee day owner, so you wanted to scale to multiple places. So if you don't know that like which kind of information or insights is necessary to make a coffee day at that location is profitable, then you cannot steer well. So if you say that, okay, who are my customer? Coffee day customers will be young people, IT kind of people, and where they are concentrated, some kind of a matrix, some kind of a information or a data related information, as some insights I should have. Then using that insights, if I'm steering the well companies, then my company will be more profitable and good scalable. So why? Because if I put a lot of coffee days the wrong location, then my depth will increase, my company will go down. Because if I because what to open one coffee day one place, if it is the right place, it is profitable. It is the wrong place, it is a loss. So if you want to scale rightly, then you have to put it right location. If you scale wrongly, then you put in the wrong location, you will be lot of money will be stuck and your interest will be increasing and you will be loss making. And if you are loss making, company doesn't pay you very well because you are managing that. So data science directly help the person to steer the company very well and optimize the businesses. Like I will tell you when AI comes actually. So say for example, earlier, if you wanted to scan actually like so KYC, how many people knows about the KYC? So KYC is actually like your Aadhaar card and your photo and all those things, correct? So earlier somebody has to come you and they have to take your Aadhaar and take your photo and all those things and then do all those things. What happens actually? To open one account, you should be taking all these information and submitting to the bank, and bank will submit to higher up branch, and then the account opening. So whole process will take at least 3 to 5 days or maybe 1 week actually. Now, because of the AI, you can upload document, scanning of a document, understanding document, getting the information from the document, and sending that to the higher officials, all verification, everything is done. So it's like you can reduce this 3 to 5 days kind of activities within like maybe 10 seconds or like 5 minutes or 10 minutes kind of jobs. So it's like what happens actually by reducing, and you are reducing all the manual work. So what you are trying to do, you are reducing, oh, somebody is going to the that location and collecting. You're reducing the manual work. You are reducing the time. So why I'm trying to do, like why I'm trying to say this is actually AI is helping you to do all these kind of activities. It's like optimizing the business. When you optimize the business, what happens actually? When you optimize the business, you reduce the cost. What happens? Business is more profitable. So why I'm trying to say this is actually when you learn the data science and AI, you are indirectly helping company to take a decision, steer the very well, optimize the businesses. When I do this, then actually it is more profitable. So if it is more profitable, what happens actually? I will be ready to pay whatever the salary you're looking for. So whom should I hire more actually? Somebody who help me to grow more faster and make more profitable, or somebody says that like, hey, this guy is having unknown skills, but he may be doing something, but his work is not impacting directly. So for example, if I say, if I do something XYZ, okay, it may be impacting you, XYZ you are doing, but it may be impacting. The impact is something that like 1x. And if you're doing ABC person is doing, and his impact is 5x or 10x on the business growth. So whom should I pay more? Here I will be pay. See, this guy also impacting, this guy is also impacting. But who is impacting more? Is the guy who get more paid. So why I'm saying this is actually that the data science and AI is directly impacting more to the business, like a MBA or a consultant as a CEO. So that is the reason what happens actually. Companies are ready to pay high salary for them. So that is the reason companies are ready to pay more. Like if you're not able to understand, like this is the case study what I have done actually. Why, how the data science helps coffee day to decide where exactly should be opening a shop. So this is how. And what are the other reasons like why, how the data science is used in the corporate is actually, data science is used to make a business decisions, to help define a goal, highlight, see opportunity. What is the opportunity? If I say, see, with what kind of problem somebody is not solving. Say for example, if you take it actually, so everybody is going certain areas, like so, and certain areas are not looked into. So is there any opportunity? How big is that opportunity? How should I know that, like how big is that opportunity? How many people are there whom I can serve actually? Like for example, if you wanted to say, uh, data science or AI is very prominent in certain location, like in the metro so many institutes are there, but non-metros or remote location there is very few institutes are there. So how many people are there who are interested in non-metros, and how many people are there interested in metros? So if you see, is there any good opportunity? How I'm trying to analyze that, getting the data, getting the insights, understanding them, and then taking a decision. So data science helps you to take those kind of decisions. Is there any unseen opportunities are there? They reckon it's like, is, say for example, in metros, coffee day is there, Starbucks is there, but certain areas there is Starbucks is not there, but people are relevant, people are there who are interested to buy coffee day. They can afford to buy the coffee from coffee day. So how many such places are there where I can scale up faster than before the Starbucks comes? So these kind of analysis can be done and can see this opportunity, unseen opportunity by the other persons. So that is how the what is happening actually, since companies knows these things, so knows the usefulness of a data science and AI to improve the businesses, irrespective of whether it is a what is called retail kind of companies, or e-commerce kind of a companies, healthcare kind of a companies, everywhere it is there. So irrespective of them, so they knows that actually data science and AI is helping them to steer the companies well. That is the reason the demand is increasing. That is the demand is increasing. And value addition, if you think about, no, so value addition what you get by learning data science. So you and the computer science, like, so when I said no, what is the computer science thing, is actually scalability and cost. So if you add these two, add the data science AI plus a computer foundation, what all things you can do? You can help company to take decision, provide insights, do all those things. It's like, see, business guy can only do four, IT guy can only do two, but data science can do, help in all four matrices, which is impactful for the company. Because you are a software guys, you are a data science and AI guys, so you are impacting all six dimensionals which companies likes to have. So all the places, and that is the reason you can demand a premium price. That is the reason, demand the premium price. And another thing, no, so one is why we should learn the data science, and the second thing is actually we should also look for the demand and supply. Why? So why demand and supply is because if one job is there, 10,000 people are there. Like, so why these things are possible? If you assume that, like, if you are learning some languages which exist from 20 years, so means like so many people have learned from last 20 years, means like so many resources available in that space. So for example, if I say that like C or some other programming Java language, they exist from last 20 years. Means like people are skilled in last 20 years on that skill sets. Means like whenever there is one openings are there, so many resources are available for that. But what about the data science and AI? This is new things and it is growing. And that is the reason what is happening is actually demand supply. This is NASCOM report. What is showed actually in 2018, number of requirement was 1,40,000, but number of resources available, trained resource available is 78. And number of, in 2021, number of requirements, openings are 2,30,000, but number of openings available. What is happens actually, demand and supply is very important. If the demand is there, the more demand is there, supply less, you can ask more salary. If less demand, more supply, your salary will be reducing. So everything is, so whether you hate it or not, demand supply concepts work everywhere. If demand is there, more demand is there, less supply, you can ask any premium. So irrespective of like is a big skill, high skill, long skill, demand supply concepts works everywhere, and that you should be knowing it very well. And why the demand is keep on increasing, why I'm saying to that like the demand in data science and AI keep on growing, because they understand, I said no, so this how the data science and AI helps the company, and this everybody knows. And that is the reason if you see actually in last uh, 4 to 5 years, number of startups who are entering in data science and AI has exponentially grown, not only in India, across the globe. And India and China is the only two countries who are supplying resources to the world. None of the other countries have so many young people or resources. And your opportunity is not only in India, so you will be absorbed everywhere, and startups is growing everywhere. Startups are growing in UK, startup is growing in France, startup is growing in Germany. You can check it actually, whatever I'm trying to say, startups are, number of startups getting registered across the globe is growing, and 60 to 70% of those startups will be using data science and AI, and this number is growing. And that is the one thing. The second thing is actually every company needs data science and AI because to take edition everything. So this 60 to 70 what I told is actually they're building the AI models, product in AI, but data sciences is used across all the things. So every company, whatever the kind of company, it is a civil company, mechanical company, pharma company, healthcare company, sports company, betting company, whatever, even politics, everywhere data science and AI is there. Everywhere one domain will be there. Even in the media, if you see that like electronics, election, after that election, which how many people are giving voted here, and all these graphs, visualization, everything is analyzing, that is a data science. So why certain area, what is the what is the reason for somebody is not voting here, and all those analysis happens, that is all data science. So in media, politics, everywhere data science is there. So requirements will be everywhere, and because of that reason what is happening is actually the number exponentially growth, adaptation of data science across the multiple domains, multiple things, and multiple startups are entering, the demand is going exponentially. If you see here also, this is NASCAM report, the demand is going exponentially, and if you see the supply is going gradually, and that is the reason if you see that like so many institutes started. So none of the institutes started any other branches after the computer science, at least for 10-20 years. But all of a sudden, everybody started, because before that also there was so many other technology. But the number of people who, or number of institutes starting data science and AI is increasing because the demand is too much. It is exponentially growing. Why it is exponentially growing? Because data science depends on the data. So you are the way you are generating data is exponentially growing. You are using WhatsApp, you are using Facebook, you are using Instagram, you are using, and number of the data generated in last 3 years is equivalent to last 30 years, and it is going much more exponential. If the data is growing exponential fashion, so somebody has to analyze this data, correct? Data is something like a oil. If you are not refining, if you are not extracting information, and if you're not leveraging, it is useless. So what is a Facebook? What is a Google? What is a WhatsApp? All these are giving free you, but they are collecting data from you, and they are using that data to make a business very big. So why the Facebook is very much like more profitable company? It is giving everything is free, but they are collecting your data, and they are leveraging that data to generate a revenue. Google gives everything free, but still they're more profitable because they are collecting your data. So you understood the importance of data and data based company. So the number of, like now what is happening, everything is digitizing. So online education, everything digitized. Online hospital consultation, everything is digitized. When everything is digitized, data generation is more. If data generation happens more and more data scientists and AI engineers are necessary. So that is, and data never sleeps. So, and the way we are generating data is going much faster than any other thing. And that is the reason the demand for data scientists and AIs are increasing exponentially. And the demand will be there till the data generation stops. Till the data generation stops, see, something that like no, so till the data generation stops, the demand for data scientists and AI engineers will be there. So that is the one thing you should be knowing. So because why I'm trying to explain, no? So whenever you take a decision, you should have something to prove. So randomly, you should not start thinking like, why should I learn? Why it is important? How long it will be there? These are things are very, very important. And another thing, what you should be knowing is actually corporates or institutes or everything. This is take my words. Everybody is not interested. Like, so they are not, you say, they will say that like, I am employee friendly, that friendly, this friendly, and all those things. But their main goal is actually make business profitable, whether you are there or not. So their main goal is that one. And only thing what you should know, no, you should opt the business, you should also adopt to something that like whatever you do, you should contribute to their goal. If you are contributing, whatever you are doing, it is contributing to their goal, you will be paid very high. If you are, whatever you are doing, it is not contributing to their goal, their business or their growth, then you won't be paid very high. So this is true, this is a fact actually, this is the truth. And you should understand that. So that is the reason what I am trying to say is actually you should look for the skill sets which help them directly. And another thing what you should be knowing is actually how the companies hires. If I think somebody is already working, they know actually company doesn't hire by your academics. They don't bother whether which degree you have, how much percentage you have, what you are. Company only looks for actually, are this person, if I hire from day one, whether he is able to contribute. They are not bothered about which degree, which institute, how much percentage. See, even if you take 100 out of 100, if I give a work, if you are not able to deliver, are you useful for a company? No. If you are not able to deliver anything, then you are not useful for the company, correct? So that is how the company thinks. And also company thinks actually, companies are going much more faster. They think that like they don't have time to train a person. Because what happens actually, like for example, if one company hires a unskilled kind of resources and says that like this person is available at 3.6 actually, so he has to train you 6 months, and 6 months he has to pay salary for you, and you have to pay the salary for the person training for you. So cost to the company is something like around 4 lakhs, 4.5 lakhs. Instead of that, if another company hires a highly skilled resources, he can deliver from day one, even paying 8 lakhs. What happens actually in 6 months, even though he is paid 4 lakhs, 4.5 lakhs actually, already he has delivered something. But in the other case, that person just learned. So he needs another 6 months to deliver something. But the company A and company B are competitive company. Company is way ahead because already product in the market. So people are started buying and he's started generating revenue. And company B is not yet done anything. And cost for both companies are same. And what happens actually, the resource in the company B thinks, oh, I also understand data science and AI, but my friend is in company A, he is getting paid 8, I'm getting paid 3.6. So then why can't I jump? So he will jump out. Means like this guy won't be staying with that company. Within next 3 to 4 months, he will jump into another company. What is the disadvantage for the company B? He paid the same as the company A. He didn't got his product out, and that guy has left out. Again, he has to spend in hiring cost for another guy. So means like this, everybody knows this this is also data. They have analyzed this data and they have understood actually it is for them, it is always better to hire a person who is very skilled by at least paying more than the person who is not skilled and somebody who cannot able to deliver. These two things are very, very important. This knows these two things are very, very important. Another one thing is actually another one important concept you should know, that what is the corporate looking for? Are the corporate looking for, what is the skill set they are looking for? They are looking for the person who has a skill set, any one domain. I'm not saying that like you should be doing X skill or something, any skill set, but you should be perfect in that. They are looking for, because why they are looking for perfect actually. So for example, if they are hiring for a resources in something like a testing engineer or a mobile app, so they look for a person who is good in that. It is not that like, okay, I will hire a generic person and then I will train for 6 months and then I will make, no. Because company never hires based on the like, I need a mechanical or civil or that. Company has actually, I need testing engineer, I need a mobile engineer, I need a cloud engineer, I need a data science engineer. They never say. So you may be seeing that like initially like that, but later on, I have 18 years of experience. Nobody asks for like, so initially maybe 2 to 3 years they ask, but they never ask actually which college, how much percentage, what, nothing. So they say that like how many years of skill sets you have, how many years you worked in data science, how many years you worked in this, how many, like that is how the company looks. Because why they look for that? Because that is what they need for developing a product or a solutions, whatever they are trying to do. That is what helps them to grow their business. They are immaterial for your background. They are immaterial for us, because if irrespective of whether you are having a degree, not having a degree, but if you are able to help me to build a product faster and launch faster and better product, I'll be hiring, paying more salary for you, because you are helping me to grow faster. So I'm not bothered about which degree, which branch, nothing. Because what I am looking for is actually whether if I hire this guy, how fast he will develop, how good he will build develop, so that like I can beat my competitors. That is what the company's goal will be there. So that is how the company thinks about. So you may be thinking about this branch, that branch, but this is how the company thinks. So how should we help them? How we are helping them, people, somebody is from civil background or other background, is actually we know that like what company looks for, and we are grooming. So for example, one skill sets what will be they will be lacking is actually computer foundation. So if you see here actually like we know that like what are the key concepts they will be looking for. So for example, if you wanted to work in an IT company, you should know what is meant by cloud. If you know what is meant by virtual machine, you should know what is meant by operating system. So it's like just teaching data science side AI is not enough. So we should also teach actually the terminology, what is meant by project, how the product has to develop, what is the product life cycle. So we'll be training you all those 100 key concepts which you need to know. So whether so in the day-to-day conversation, that is what the one skill set will be giving. And then the data science. So I said, data science is very, very important thing. So we'll be training you data science with mathematics, statistics, Python, all those things actually, SQL, and even just the Python library and SQL with the data structure thing is enough for getting a job. But we don't want you to get a lower kind of a job. See, first and second skill set is enough for you to get a job. But I am not satisfied with that, because my thing is actually when you learn very effectively and be competitive and leaders for the tomorrow. So the next thing is the data analytics and business intelligence. What is this business intelligence comes for? See, if I say no, data science can be used in any domain. So how the data science can be used in healthcare, how the data science can be used in marketing, how the data science can be used in some other transportation, how the data science used in HR, how the data science is used in civil. So applying this data science in a different domain and building the model use cases like so those is taught in the business intelligence. And the tools what we will be learning there is Tableau and Power BI, and these are very, very tough. So this itself is a sufficient for to get a job. So this first two itself gets one job. The second, the data analytics itself, data intelligence itself gives another kind of a job. But still, we are not satisfied with that. We wanted to teach you machine learning, cloud computing. So machine learning is another skill set. It will get you another job. But machine learning needs a data science actually foundation. This itself gives another set of job. And cloud computing is like everything is digitized. When it is digitized, means like they have to transfer from the physical location to digital location. Where is that digital location? Cloud. So cloud computing also plays a very important role, because if I have to digitize, it has to be stored or moved from the physical to the cloud space. So the cloud computing also plays very, very important. This is itself is another skill set which will give a job. So, and then the deep learning. I said no, face KYC is completely automated using AI. So this deep learning is the one which will help you to automate everything. Means like manual work will be modified into the deep learning. And natural language processing is like chatbot. You may be heard about Alexa or Google OK and everything. So now earlier people used to type something and then they used to search. So now everything is voice based. So and it can respond something like another person. So you should be doing, because every product is getting transferred. Earlier, like so for example, I have to type in the word. Now, if I dictate, automatically typing will happen. So it's like every solutions are becoming voice-based solutions. Earlier, traditional solutions are becoming voice-based solutions. Which skill set necessary for that? NLP, chatbot. So it's like if you see that like somebody, when you open your website, somebody is typing you, but there is no person there. That is a bot. So every website, every tools are becoming who is the helping, what is the skill set necessary for that? NLP. So this is another skill set, and this is another kind of a job. So it's like what we are trying to train you actually. We are trying to train you 4 to 5 different skill sets. And this is, if you learn this 4 to 5, no, not only you get a good job, but you will also have chances of becoming a leader in that group. Because what happens actually in a team, we need some people, data science guys, we need some people, cloud people, we need some people with deep learning, we need some people with the NLP. So if you have all these knowledges, you have a faster way of becoming a leader or head of a company or the technical group. So that is what my intention. So just see, when you are learning something, you learn very effectively and become a leader. So the objective is not the first getting a job, but objective here is actually you should be able to get a job and move up the career faster and get a very good job, not only in India, maybe abroad, maybe you can start your own startups. So that is what is the objective here. So any questions here? Anybody's any question here? Okay, so the if you see the structure, like if you see that like number of hours necessary, so minimum number of hours and maximum number of hours. And see, I said no, so everything is not a theoretical kind of thing. It is everything is a practical, because theory has a component like 40 to 50% of theory. The remaining is actually practical things, because you learn a lot by doing practice, not just the theory concepts. So there will be a lot of case studies, there will be a lot of assignments, there will be mini projects will be there, and all these case studies, mini projects, everything is relevant. It is not like a dummy kind of things. So you will be learning actually Netflix, how the Netflix recommends you which movie you should be watching. You'll be learning how the Ola deciding the price, and a lot more things like that. Real world kind of case studies we'll be doing. So HR analysis, like how the HR decides which skill sets is more important, or like whether to give a high car papers, or what is people are living, how you will analyze that actually. Those kind of case studies we'll be doing across the all verticals, like in HR vertical, marketing vertical, logistic vertical, healthcare vertical, all kind of verticals we'll be doing case studies and projects actually. So if you see actually there will be 3 projects, mini projects will be there, and lot of case studies will be there, and assignments. So every model wise there will be assignment, because thing is theory plus practical. So that is what makes you to understand things very well. So you just understand theory, so it won't be helpful for you. And why I'm trying to say, this 1 year what you are trying to spend, you will be remembering for next 10 years, something that like what is the knowledge you gain. If you learn properly, it will help in not only the first job but continuous jobs actually. So that is what is the objective here. And number of hours, minimum number of hours is like 380. The maximum it may go extend, because depending on like if you are not having some awareness, because civil and mechanical some subjects are not there. I wanted to take those subjects also, because I want to do the bridge, no? So there is a bridge between your understanding and the software understanding. If something is missing, I wanted to add that also, because I don't see, it is not that like just my syllabus is done, okay, it is not responsibility, it's complete responsibility. See, our complete responsibility, whatever if you are not able to understand to move to that career, is my responsibility of us to teach you. So that is how the 380 to 600 is there. And weekly 4 sessions will be there, and maybe the second half, like first 6 months it will be 4 sessions, and second 6 months it will be another 6 months, 5 hours actually. And another one important thing you should be knowing actually, what is the advantage for you guys, civil and mechanical guys, compared to the ISC and CSC guys? Because what is they understand, what is the value addition they bring, and what value addition you bring. So what happens actually, CSIS guys cannot learn what is called civil engineering and mechanical engineering in any time, but data science and AI can be learned anybody anytime. So what happens actually, data science and engineering can be taught effectively in 12 months anytime. So you people will be having an advantage. And if you look at actually data science thing, it will have 3 components. One is the mathematics and statistic things. Another is the tools, like whatever the tools we are teaching, no? So Python and all those things, tools are the tools, Tableau, Power BI. Another one is the expert or domain knowledge. If you wanted to apply data science to mechanical, so you should have mechanical knowledge. If you wanted to apply the data science and AI to the civil domain, you should have a civil domain. And so now you have this advantage compared to CSI. CSIS doesn't have a domain, so they don't. This is that they have coding skill set, and they will be having mathematics skill set. So they don't have a domain knowledge. They don't have any such domain. So the application domain. So see, electrical, electronics, civil, mechanical, they have a domain. So they come with a domain knowledge. So what is the advantage actually? You will work in your core domain. You can work as a data scientist in for your core domain, like driverless car, all these robotics, or IoT, like industrial automation for like for manufacturing, supply chain, logistics, everywhere. Like because there is a domain knowledge necessary plus AI knowledge necessary. So you will be superior compared to the CSIS guys, even though they have a data science and AI knowledge. And other than that, you can also compete in the generics field also because you also have a knowledge of data science and AI. So means like you have a three verticals to play. So you can be in your core domain, or you can be data science for a core domain. You can be the generalist also. That is the value. It's like you have an advantage compared to the CSIS guys. So, and why we should be thinking that way? Because if you see the Apple, what is the Apple actually? Apple from day one they think differently. So you, if you think about data science and AI, what value addition you add to the table to the company, how you should be pitching for company? Sir, I have a domain knowledge. That domain knowledge is very difficult for them. For these kind of specific kind of skill sets, jobs, so I'm the one best suited for. So that like how the Apple marketed actually. Apple says actually I'm not the what is called MacBook, or like I am another computer. I'm a different. So they think differently, and they are a different person. If you see this side actually, all these guys are thinking differently. See, for example, Mahatma Gandhi, everybody is thinking actually to gain something, you should be fighting a war, but he thought about something different. So, and Einstein, everybody was thinking a different way. So the guys who think differently, the guy who position himself is a differently will be the winner. So you should not be positioning actually like I am also software engineer. You should be positioning something that like I am an engineer with a mechanical civil background, and I can understand in this domain, nobody can understand me. So because since data science and AI is used in every domain, you have a much more edge in those fields compared to the other guys. Nobody can beat you. So that is how you should be thinking about. And another thing is actually, if you want to work in another domain or like any domain, you can work it. So that value additions you have, and that is how you should be positioning yourself. And about the course thing, I said no. So the whole course fee is actually 2 lakhs. So if you see, even if it compare with this our course with the existing courses, what we are covering, and in market price, which is much more competitive. And what we are saying is actually you no need not to pay everything in upfront. You pay only small money initially and another money. And if we are able to help you to get a job, then only pay the maximum money. So none of the institute maybe not giving this kind of offer. So they say that you give upfront, and whether I have completed my curriculum, whether you got a job or not a got is not responsible. But in this case, you are paying only nominal kind of fees, but maximum fees you will be paying when if you got a job. So if what we are taking risk is actually we are giving comprehensive kind of curriculum, which is something equivalent to something like a top kind of degree kind of a program actually, but it has a nominal cost initially, and it will cost you when only when we able to achieve what we promised you, get a job. So that is the another difference you can see about. So any questions here? Like I have done it actually. Any question? Let me know. So about the classes, like I said, no, first 6 months it will be 4 sessions, and then it will be 6 sessions, 5 sessions actually, and everything happens on the Zoom, and all materials, recorded sessions, quizzes, assignments, everything is in the LMS platform. You can access anytime, and lifetime access will be there. It is not that like only one day or like only 1 month. No, you can refer anytime. So there is no such restriction that like okay, only this material is available for 6 months or something like that, because we are thinking about your future, because we wanted to help you initially. We also wanted to help you later on also. We are creating an alumni network, and we wanted to help you in career later on, because the intention here is actually groom you as a leader and help you, because there is no point in like just like becoming another kind of an institute, just give a certificate and take money. So we are here you to groom and make your life successful, and materials, everything will be accessible. And if you wanted to attend some kind of workshops, we keep on conducting a lot of workshops. Actually, we are conducting, see, this is one kind of workshops, like 100 workshops we are conducting. You can attend all these data science and AI workshop anytime, not only now, but later on also. These are all will be free. So these are all will be complementary. And anytime, like if there is a lot of openings is to keep to come, and you can also apply anytime. So the intention is actually to help you from in this space. So we are very specialized in data science and AI, because I don't say that, like I said, no, I always believe in becoming master in something, not jack of all. Like we won't have something that like I will teach in blockchain, we teach in this, we teach in, no, we do end to end in only one. We wanted to become experts in only one domain. So that is how things like, so anybody is interested in data science and AI, we will help you every aspects of data science AI, and we will be there throughout actually. That is our vision. And so I'm done, sir. Any question?
Friends, please, any questions you can shoot out here itself, so that clarify the doubts. So there should be nothing left to discuss about. And if there's anything else, even afterwards, also, if you think of, you can contact us directly, not a problem. Contact Mr. Satish or Mr. Dr. Nagendra. And we're also leaving the Google, this one, where you can upload your information, so that it will be easy for us to get back to you and get in touch with you. Data science, yes. Here is a form, Google form.
Yeah. Are you able to access this one? You try to access and fill the information, what, how you feel, what you are looking for, and all those things. So just for feedback, actually, like whether you understood what we taught. See, the key thing I'm expecting is actually you should understand the importance of data science and AI. Why should you learn? How it helps you your career growth, not only now, in the next 10 years or 15 years, even if you want to start a startup. And the third thing is actually what value addition you have if you become a data scientist, guys, compared to the non-CSIS guys. What is the value you have? So these 4 or 5 things you should be knowing. And leave out about the making, how, if you have questions about how I should become a data scientist or AI, if you have that doubt, forget about it. Our brain is such a powerful, even if you 10% of your brain is much more powerful than any models, AI models exist in the world, and they can do anything. So your brain can do anything. So there is no difference that if you have any doubt actually whether how can transfer that to leave to us, because you are paying very less amount, you are paying more amount when you get a job. So it is our responsibility to place you, and if you are not able to place, we'll be losing there. So that is you forget. And if any other questions or any doubts, you ask right now, and please fill this form, so that like at least we get some kind of a feedback, how you think about, what is the concerns, your concerns.
The beauty about AI or Pragyan AI is the most important aspect where I would like to touch upon. After you get the job, you pay. The beautiful part is after you get the job, that means we are 100% sure of you securing a job. And what you'll be paying initially is just the nominal. So that would be the best thing. And any doubts with regard to any subject? So far, whatever Mr. Satish has touched upon, I think it has been quite elaborative. Vijayanand sir, any doubts?
No, I mean, I should appreciate Satish for giving such a nice introduction. And as I hear Satish, I can see the passion with which he goes about his training. Just the introduction itself. I'm really excited to learn. Though I'm 60 years, I'm really excited to learn from somebody like Satish. And Satish, what I sincerely feel is this half an hour presentation that you gave, if you can share that recording with me.
Yes, sir.
Then as I was hearing, I wished that some of our colleague in mechanical department heard actually. Okay. So now if they were not excited looking at the few slides that you gave, I would want to share with them this presentation so that they get excited about the course.
Fine, sir. So fine, sir.
Rakshita, any clarification you want? Why I called you for this presentation is, even though you are civil and Gagan is from mechanical, Sagar is also I think from mechanical background, why I called you people is to learn these things, so that because we have a strong domain already in civil and mechanical, so you can apply this AI and data science to your whatever the main domain what you have learned, so that definitely it will be useful for you people. So we have more job opportunities than people from CS IT background. So that is the reason why I called you for this presentation. We'll be conducting few more presentations also. Since today is a holiday, I think most people could not make it. So we'll have a few more sessions like this so that you can inform your friends also. I will request Engineer Satish to send these recordings to you people also so that you can share with your friends so that we can have some more presentations like this.
Fine, sir. So one thing what I'm trying to say, so
Yeah.
now the adaptation is very going fast.
Yeah.
So yesterday I saw Government of India has conducted hackathon for AI guys. So it's like
Okay.
electrical guys, how to apply AI for electrical domain.
Okay.
So driverless car is already there. And in civil, lot of companies started conducting hackathon, like how to apply the AI in civil.
Okay.
So like construction management, predicting and layout. AI is generating a AI layout, housing layout plan actually. All those things are there. So things are going much more faster, and it is not that you should be only doing AI with civil, but you can do AI with anything. But since the curriculum is comprehensive, so it is a little bit like a advanced thing. It needs some time, but see, you should always think that like, no, if I learn in 2 months and I get a job, you are replaced very fast. If you have comprehensive knowledge, you won't be replaced. So always think about, company always thinks about replacing you. You should always think about what edge I have, so that like he can't replace me. So means like if you have a stronger knowledge and stronger contribution, they won't be able to replace. And whatever you ask for, that is what you should be learning. Because you are young in the career, so some people are very young, some people are okay, fine. But you always think about this. So company is not your friend, not your enemy. Company only bothers, or institutes only bothers you till you are contributing them. So till you are not replaceable. So you should build a career or domain or something which is prominent for next few years, and you strong knowledge. But it is not easy to somebody to learn like in 2 months, 3 months, because you won't have a value addition for more. These few things you should understand whether you like data science, because this is universal facts. If you are not learning now, they will force you to learn now, sometimes down the line. So if you learn early, it will be good. So fine, sir. So shall we end now?
1 second. I will just introduce Dr. Manjunath. He is my friend working in GIT Belgaum. Manjunath sir.
Welcome, Manjunath sir.
Mute ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ mostly I think.
Mute ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, but any doubts, Rakshita madam and
Rakshita
and
Gagan.
Guru Gagan, you should be having a lot of doubts.
Because they are from mechanical
That's
background.
what.
Gagan is from mechanical background.
Fantastic.
Rakshita,
Ask
she is
any
from
question.
civil
Rakshita,
background.
please go ahead.
Good
Rakshita,
afternoon,
please go ahead.
everyone. Actually, right now I never thought about it. I'll discuss about it with my sister. She's a firmware engineer in HP. I'll discuss about it, and if I'll be getting any doubt, I'll try to contact you, or I'll get your contact through Nagendra sir.
Sure. Fine. Gagan.
Gagan.
So what are the applications in mechanical background? Where is IA used, sir, mainly?
Driverless car, driverless
Yes,
car.
I got it.
So many applications, drowsiness.
I wanted
driver is going right direction, or lane is crossed, or like something back side, something is there to cover all those things. No, see, vehicle is becoming more and more software than the mechanical. See, whether that person you can talk, you can voice based, you can open the things, like you can communicate, and voice based control, all those things, everything is AI. So if you see that like the 10-15 years back, any manufacturing plant or anything, so the less software, less IT kind of things, like more about mechanical. Now if you think that like everything is AI, you take any EV vehicle, if you open any vehicle, actually, let me show one thing, how they are marketing. Karan is there, or something, EV car, no, SUV. What is the feature they are saying? They are saying that like you can communicate. It will identify whether you are slipping or not slipping, and saying that like blind spot is there or not, or like somebody is coming back and alerting you, and your lane crossed or not, automatically adjusting. All these are like software based, AI based solutions actually. So everywhere, like, so if you look at actually, like, because why I'm saying this, no, my friend has automobile startups actually. He works for automobile, and he's a electronics IA guys, and more AI solutions are going, and in logistic. So finding out automatically where exactly that package is there and moving around robots, drone, and everywhere, like, so mechanical with AI is always there. See what AI is, no, AI is a smartness. If we add AI to anything, if fan, normal fan, AI fan, smart fan, robot, manual robot with AI, smart robot, mechanical engine, manual with AI, smart engine. So everywhere, if we add data science and AI, it becomes more smarter. It is an extra component. See, AI thinks the way you think. See, it is something that like, okay, you are driving something, and that is a mechanical vehicle, and your brain is controlling the mechanical device, correct? No, what is there you are trying to do? Mechanical vehicle plus your brain, like a smart intelligent, you are adding to there everywhere. So it's like that mechanical device is smart device. Some brain is there in them, that actually, that is how the AI is transforming. So why I'm trying to do robots, like, so earlier normal robot, now robots goes around and take a decision whether this package, like earlier, no, you have to say that like you have to go write 10 20 and something and pick up parcel. But now if you have a camera there, you go there and scans the barcode and says actually, oh, this is the right one or not. You can take a decision because your brain is there, person brain is there in that robot, and it is things just like the we think. And that robot becomes much more smarter, understands this parcel is right parcel, it understands pin code from and out, is everything is understands, oh, which I'm looking for is same or not. And like, because everywhere the AI is added, if you add AI, it becomes smart. So why can't you do? And you people, all the like manufacturing plant, if something is happening wrong, so instead of persons to setting down or like starting out or something, like automatically it detects is a anomaly is there, something automatically shutdown happens. So that is how the smart kind of things, like damages can be reduced and wear and tear of the machine. So like for example, you don't know that like how much my engine is wear and AI can predict how long it will last, like you need to do servicing or not, because it understands that like wear and tear and the dimension, and it says that like no, you can't go to the Bangalore to Hubli because you need servicing. So that is far better than thinking without thinking and going, and in between your vehicle got shut down, and then you're looking for a repair or something. So that is how things are happening. So anywhere wear and tear prediction, all those things, like all these are AI. So devices becoming more smarter and helping people to make more easy decisions actually. So valuation, why I'm trying not able to struggling to give a lot of example mechanical, I don't have the domain knowledge, but I have the AI knowledge. If you say that this is a problem, I can tell you that, because this is where you can add. So you know the mechanical things, where exactly the difficulties are there, and how you can apply AI. So you can think much more than me, because I only have a limited mechanical domain, and based on that, like I'm telling these many applications. But if you have the mechanical knowledge, wherever there is a problem, AI can solve it actually. So you can apply much more better than me. So there is a sky is the limit. The way you can apply AI. Just to think that like AI is the intelligence. Wherever you wanted to add intelligence, you can add AI.
Satish, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
For non-IS and CS students,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what is the minimum prerequisite that you expect from the audience? And the second is, what is the best thing to have? Not the minimum. According to you, what is the best thing that they should come before attending their classes? That is in the computer front. Second one about the mathematics. What is the best thing to have in mathematics before coming to your classes?
Sir, my course is comprehensive. You come I'm teaching BCA, I'm teaching diploma guys, I'm teaching BA guys, yeah. See, everything is there in the component. Like, so this 100 key concepts, what is essential for them to necessary to transition from mechanical civil to IS. And believe me, if you are not from the top colleges, this guy will be having much more knowledge than the any CSIS guys. That is my bet. Because see, I have been interviewing so many people, except these top colleges, rest all doesn't have a basic foundation knowledge in their own subjects. And if you understand these concepts actually very well, what I'm teaching, so you will be better than those guys. You will be better than see, my bet is actually, if I teach data science and AI, any college in CMRIT, if the students get like from second year onwards, if they learn, they will be far better than the CSIS guys from CMRIT. That is my bet. If you are not able to get a better job, average salary from, don't pay me that. That is how my comprehensive course is there. Everything 100 concepts, because since here this is 1 year, I made it top 100 concepts what they should be knowing, and everything I'm teaching in terms of mathematics, in terms of statistics, it is there here, mathematics and statistics. So you just come with the willingness to learn. It is my responsibility to teach you. You come with willingness to learn. You come with an open mind. You work hard, whatever I said. You do assignments, whatever you say. Leave it to me, making you comfortable to get a job. And if you are not getting a job, you are not anyhow, you are not paying 80%. So it is my response. And why I'm trying to give you six C's, I would have placed it with only this first two actually. But why I'm giving this remaining is actually, so first two is a much more like 3 months or 6 months, somebody can also replace you. But you should not be replaceable at least next 4 to 5 years. So you should have those kind of skill sets. Like, so if you learn these things now, you will be far better even in the AI ML if they are learning 4 years. That is my thing, because I interact so many people in NITs, other top colleges, even faculties, even research scholars. I know that the knowledge level. So if you have done this effectively, and there is a step actually, procedure, how you should be learning. So if you learn randomly, like you can Google search and randomly, it confuses a lot. If you learn step by step in a proper procedure, then it is much more simple, very, very easy to learn. And if you got that foundation right, you can beat even CSIS guys in the same colleges, whichever the college you are there. So to summarize, actually, no necessary. So you have to come with the open mind, because everything is necessary. What is necessary to transform is there in the curriculum.
Let me make it much more simpler, Mr. Vijayanand.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Whatever we are doing, let us say you're doing engineering, mechanical, whatever, whichever branch you're talking about, whatever we are doing, ask yourself why you're doing that. Ultimately to earn, right? Let's say just with an engineering degree, with whatever branch you are, and added benefit, added advantage of this knowledge. Just one certificate and added knowledge with this particular extra, whatever we are giving right here from AI, will be contributing to you so much. Imagine having a degree plus this knowledge. How would that be?
Sir, one more simple example I'll give. All these startups, first thing when you say that, like, no, what they will ask, they will teach you all this VC funding, how to capture a data, analyze your business, and tune the business. So that is data science only. So if you go any VCs, they will teach you, even if you are not from the data science and AI, we have to learn to become successful entrepreneurs. If you are, even if you are not that, it's like this is becoming essential kind of skill set. If you want to become very big in your career, either start a company or become a head of a company, or get a role of taking decisions like CEO or like something like later on, this skill set, if you are not learning now, assume that, like, if you go in a mechanical domain, but if you wanted to become a leadership role, you need to know the data science and AI.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
The added advantage what one will have, sir. Vijayanand sir.
Yes, I'm hearing.
Added advantage with this will be, he will be a mechanical engineer along with these skills. Obviously, he would emerge as a leader, right?
Additional skills.
Okay. Yeah.
These skills which are going to be taught here are going to make him a leader. And ultimately, whatever he will be earning, it will be size of much more than what other guys are earning. That will promise you.
Yeah, Vijay, but people have got an impression, or they're thinking that if you want to learn this data science AI, we have to learn some subjects or some basics of some subjects is needed so as to join these courses.
No, no,
That's the reason why Sir asked this question.
no, we are
Vijay
teaching
sir.
that. See,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah, that was all the question.
Correct, sir.
What
Correct,
is the
sir.
prerequisite?
Yeah,
prerequisite
yes.
in the
Yeah.
programming and in the
Yeah.
mathematics. That is
Yes.
all I was asking.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what we are teaching, sir. Like this, like 10 to 12 subjects. From that 10 to 12
Okay.
subjects, we are
Yeah.
teaching 100 key concepts.
Yeah, so I got to understand that there is not much of a prerequisite that you
Which is
require.
required,
You
yes.
cover everything.
That's a really good thing, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So,
Only your
So
decision. Only
Yes.
your decision.
yes.
Okay.
Decision to join and earn.
That makes
Okay.
it big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
people from
Yeah.
civil and mechanical, they are not getting good packages. So that is one of the reasons why people are hesitating to join civil and mechanical right now.
Okay.
So if these
Yeah.
skills are added, I think definitely they have more wide scope to join different companies also. They may get
Okay.
into software side or hardware, whatever it is. That is the most advantageous thing I
Sir,
feel.
my-
That is the reason why I shown a lot of interest with whatever Satish has presented previously also and today also. Today's presentation was really wonderful, an eye-opener for, I feel, for non-IT people.
Sir, my friends, mechanical civils are now in abroad,
Yeah,
IT domain only. They
Yeah.
have 4 BMWs, 4 houses in US and UK and all those things. There
Yeah.
is no limit. So that there is no
Yes.
difference. See, your
Yes.
mindset are blocked saying that like I choose, okay, you choose mechanical civil, that's fine. But if there is no demand, there is no demand. Supply
Yeah.
demand is, you can't change the supply and
I know.
demand equation. You should adopt to it. If
Yes.
company is not adopting to the new technology, they will die. So something that like if you are not adopting the new things, you will die. So you should know that like what is trend, what is useful in that, and you should adopt faster. If you are not adapting now, after a few years you will be forced to adopt. So instead of you giving someone to take a decision and then you start thinking, it is always better to think early.
True. True. True.
Okay, I think that was
Yes.
a very nice presentation. Satish, what you can do is you can remove
Yes.
some of the discussion part that we
Yeah.
had in the beginning at the tail end.
Yeah,
Okay, and then if you can share that with me,
Sure.
I will in turn share with my students and staff members.
fine,
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
I will also do the same with my contacts.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Gagan, you can, if you want, Gagan, you are there?
Yes, sir.
ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಈಗ
ಹಾ.
ನಿಮ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಸೇರಿಸು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ನಾನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ
ಸರಿ
ವಾಂಟ್
ಓಕೆ
ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಬೋತ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್
Any branch,
ಆರ್
material,
ಎನಿ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್
material
ಐ ಟಿ
science,
ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್
ceramics.
ನಿನಗಿರೋ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನ ಬೇಕು ಇದು ಮಾಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳು ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸತೀಶ್ ಓಕೆ
ಸರಿ ಸರ್ ಓಕೆ
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
Fine, sir. Thank you.
ಸೊ ಶಲ್ ವಿ ವೈಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ ನೌ
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Very much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you, professors. Thank you, Gagan, Rakshita, and others. Thank you
Thank
very
you, sir.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody, and thank you, especially Mr. Satish sir.
Yes.
Wonderful presentation.
Yeah, really wonderful presentation.
Great.
Thank you.
You please share it, Satish, to every
fine.
myself and Vijayanand also.
Fine.
Vijayanand, are we having one more session today?
Evening 4 o'clock, sir.
Evening 4 o'clock fixed?
Yep.
Yeah, fine.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
So thank you.
Right, sir. Bye-bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye. Satish sir, one ನಿಮಿಷ ಇರ್ರಿ
ಹಾ.
ನಾನು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬಿಡಿ
ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.